When it comes to film franchises, few have lasted as long as James Bond. British Secret Service agent 007 has been using gadgets, combat skills, and smooth talking to save the world for over 60 years. There have been a staggering 25 James Bond movies released from 1962 to 2021, and in that time, only 6 actors have ever officially played the world-renowned super spy. Fans of all ages have become accustomed to a steady supply of Bond thrillers, but things have started to change over the past decade. There was a 6-year gap between the last 2 Daniel Craig films, the longest in the franchise's history. And ever since No Time to Die closed out Craig's tenure as Bond in 2021, fans have been dying for news about what's next. We're now several years removed from Bond's last outing, and there isn't much to report about his future. Even though the ending of No Time to Die promised that we'll be seeing James Bond again, we still have no idea when that will be or what Bond will look like when he returns. In fact, judging by what we know about the situation unfolding behind the scenes, a new James Bond movie may not happen for quite some time.
There's no hurry, you see. We have all the time in the world.
The question of who will be the next 007 has been raised by fans for years, and there's still no sign that any actor has agreed to fill Bond's bespoke shoes moving forward. Daniel Craig played Bond for longer than anyone else, so it's important for the new actor to be able to embody the role. Audiences have their own opinions about who would make a great Bond, but some fan casting favorites have already indicated that they aren't interested in the role. After his name continually came up in conversations about Bond, Idris Elba eventually told the Associated Press, "I'm not going to be that guy." After some reports got fans excited that Aaron Taylor-Johnson might step into the role, they were frustrated by the actor repeatedly dodging questions about Bond in interviews. According to the people responsible for putting the next Bond movie together, finding an actor for the part is anything but easy. The producers are obviously looking for someone with excellent acting chops who doesn't mind learning some action choreography, but those are far from their biggest hurdles. Most importantly, they're looking for a relatively young performer who's willing to stick around. George Lazenby was the only one-term Bond, and series producer Barbara Broccoli hopes to keep it that way. She told Variety, "When we cast Bond, it's a 10-12-year commitment, so he's probably thinking, do I really want that thing? Not everybody wants to do that." The next Bond movie might have an easier time enticing an actor to make a decade-long commitment if it can guarantee them the chance to work with an exciting director. Naturally, there have been a slew of rumors about who might get behind the camera for the next Bond movie. Christopher Nolan, a Bond fan himself, has denied rumors that he would step in to helm 007's next story, despite some fans believing that only Nolan can save the Bond franchise. Denis Villeneuve has publicly stated that he'd be interested in working on a Bond movie, but there have been conflicting reports about whether or not his involvement is a serious possibility. As it stands, no one has a claim on the director's chair, and there's no indication that there's going to be a director signed onto the project anytime soon. The process of nailing down a director for the next Bond film is also tied to the general screenwriting process. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's even an outline for the next movie's plot, much less an actual screenplay to show to potential directors. Speaking with Variety in September 2022, Barbara Broccoli indicated that the direction of the next Bond movie was very much still an open question, saying, "It's about a reinvention, and where are we taking it? What do we want to do with the character? And then once we figure that out, who's the right person for that particular reinvention?"
Age is no guarantee of efficiency.
And youth is no guarantee of innovation.
There's also another issue to work out: the studios. For a long time, the James Bond franchise was shared by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios and the Broccoli family, which has maintained control over the Bond character for decades through its Eon Productions banner. That changed in 2022, when Amazon paid more than $8 billion to acquire MGM. Now one of the biggest companies in the world is responsible for Bond's future, but Broccoli reportedly doesn't see eye to eye with their film division. When it comes to making the next Bond movie, Amazon needs Broccoli. She has full control over all the creative decisions about the property, so even if the company wants to move as fast as possible to capitalize on its investment, it can't start production without Broccoli's say-so. The Wall Street Journal has reported that Broccoli is more interested in protecting Bond as a character than making money, and she doesn't seem to approve of Amazon's vision or goals for the franchise. In the past, Broccoli has turned down potentially lucrative deals for Bond TV shows, video games, and cross-promotions, and now it seems like she's not at all interested in making a Bond movie just for the sake of making a profit. Until Amazon and Broccoli can agree on a direction for Bond's future, none of us will see so much as a teaser trailer for Bond 26.